So in this video, I want to quickly show how to debug functions in R. So let's say that this is my function, and what it's supposed to be doing is find the iris species with the highest surface area of a petal. So what I mean is, so if you look at the iris dataset, so you can compute the surface area of the petal by just like multiplying the length by the width, right? So something like iris width times petal width times iris $petal length, and that is supposed to give you the area like this. Okay, so those are the surface areas for all the irises. So that's kind of the idea. So if I try to compute it though, so I get those warnings, and then if I try to get the answer, it says NA, so it's not working right now. So what I'll do is I'll go line by line in the function and see what the problem seems to be. So here my argument is iris, it gets sent to my iris. So the first thing that I need to do if I want to run things line by line is I need to set my iris to iris. Like this, right? So now I get to run this line because it refers to my iris. So, and I'm sending iris to my iris. So I'm doing the same thing that I do when I use the function. So let me run this line, so line 2. So I can now see what the area is. So that seems fine. So now I'm trying to use tapply to compute the average area of the iris, of each of the flowers rather. So here I get 50 warnings, and if I try to see what average.area is, I see that they all seem to be NAs. So here it looks like I kind of mixed up the order, right? So area should come first and then species should come second, because species is the index, and if I don't name the arguments, then that's how it should be. Really in tapply, I should probably name the argument. So I should say x is area, and I should say the index is this. And usually you would first say the area, and then you would say the index, like this. So let's see if that helped. So here it seems that I am now getting the average area for each of the species. So what I'm doing here is, so I'm sorting the average areas in descending order. So in order to do that, I have to say minus average area, but that made those things negative. So I'll just make them positive again. Not really necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Now I'll look at the names. So I'll get just kind of Virginica. So first I'll get the first element. So the first element would be just Virginica, and then I'll get the names of this. So that would be just Virginica without the 11. So that's what I'll return. So I'll redefine the function because I changed it. So it's been read in now. And now I'll try to get the answer again. And now it's Virginica, so it's correct. One thing I will note that it's probably bad practice to have this be a vector and then this be a column, because those should really come from the same data frame usually. So I would usually prefer, instead of saying x equals area and then x is my area, my iris dollar species, I'll prefer to actually add area as a column to my iris. So I'll do something like my iris area is area, and then here I'll say my iris dollar area. So it's the same thing, but now I'm sure that those are two columns that came from the same data frame. So I'll read this in, and the answer is still the same.